kids? What's up, kids? It's your teacher JP again. It's a new day and a new story. Are you excited? Alright, because this morning we will tackle and talk about with our new story. I guess this story is all familiar to you, but let me explain and tackle with you in the most wonderful way. So our story, no, let me introduce myself first. By the way, I am teacher JP again. So, kids, let me know first if you're comfortable with your seats right now or your situations, positions, so that we can proceed with our new story. All right, so let's start our story. There is an absent. It is sad to know, but we must go on, even if there is an absent. Alright, so our story today or this morning was all about
This is the story of Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood. Alright, so Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, a girl called Little Red Riding Hood. You know why? Because that cutie girl is always wearing her red hoodie with a cute design. So one day, she went out of her house. So Little Red Riding Hood exploring the outside world of her house, smelling, exposing with the flowers and air, chasing butterflies, just like a normal kid. So, Little Red Riding Hood carried the food for her grandma with or in a basket. So, the basket contained honey, bread, and eggs. But in order for her to send herself in grandma's house, she needs to cross a very huge and dark forest. In that forest, there is a wolf, not just a wolf, but a big and angry wolf living. That's why it is too dangerous, because there is a lot of wild animals living there in a harsh environment. So they met in the middle of the forest. So the journey of our Little Red Riding Hood and the big angry wolf meet each other in the middle of the forest. And the wolf asked Little Red Riding Hood, "Where is she going?" And our Little Red Riding Hood answered, "I go to the house of my grandma to give her this basket." And the wolf asked what was the basket contain. So the basket contained honey, bread, and eggs, as what I have said a while ago. So, and the wolf said, "I am hungry. Can you give me some of that to eat?" And our Little Red Riding Hood refused and saying, "No, no, no. This is food. No, this food is for my grandma. She is ill. Can you show me the way?" So Little Red Riding Hood asking the big angry wolf, "Where is the way to grandma's house?" And the wolf answered, "Yes, you have to take that way." The wolf showing the longest way. Even he know that there is a shortcut. So that big angry wolf fooled our Little Red Riding Hood. So a while later, but the wolf knew a shortcut. That's it. So the wolf sneaked first in grandma's house, while our Little Red Riding Hood taking the long way to get in there in the house. And then the big angry wolf pretend to be the grandma, as he is wearing the wardrobe of grandma and kidnapped grandma. And grandma was inside in the cabinet as the big angry wolf brought her there. So, when the Little Red Riding Hood arrived, she was surprised to see the look of her grandma. And then, the Little Red Riding Hood said, "You look so bad. You must be very ill." And then the wolf answered, pretending to be their grandma, "What have you brought me to eat?" And then Little Red Riding Hood answered, "Honey, bread, eggs." So the wolf was so happy as he pretended. And then Little Red Riding Hood said, "Grandma, what a big eyes you have." The wolf answered, "The better to see with you in my eyes, my dear." And then Little Red Riding Hood asked again, "Grandma, what big nose you have?" And the wolf answered, "The better to smell with, my dear." And then Little Red Riding Hood asked again, "Grandma, what a big teeth you have." And then the wolf answered, "The better to eat the food of the basket, my dear," pretending to be the grandma as he copied the voice of grandma. And then the grandma said inside in the cabinet, "The little Red Riding Hood is the wolf." So grandma is talking inside in the cabinet, saying that the wolf is only pretending to be a grandma. So Little Red Riding Hood realizes that the wolf is pretending as grandma, and grandma is in the inside of the cabinet. So the Little Red Riding Hood jumped into the bed and hit the wolf with the basket. So the Little Red Riding Hood slapped the wolf with the basket in the face. That really hurts. So the wolf ran away into the forest, and Little Red Riding Hood eat food with grandma. And then that's our story ends. So I hope you enjoy our news story this morning, and the most importantly is that you are having some takeaways or lessons that you've got in our story. So the moral lesson of the story is that we don't need to trust, or we must not trust anyone, especially strangers. So that will be all for today, kids. Once again, good morning. This is Teacher JP again. See you next meeting. Bye. Take care.